I would like to take this time to thank my subscribers for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about a 15-year-old amongst three killed in Arima. A 15-year-old boy was one of three killed by masked gunmen dressed in police uniform early Thursday morning. The homicide victims have been identified as 15-year-old Jordan Archibald, 19-year-old Nyron Samuel, and 16-year-old Dimitri Archibald. The fourth person, 28-year-old Marlon Cust, was also shot and wounded and is currently warded in hospital. According to the police report, at 1:45 a.m., police got information about a shooting which took place in Arima. The officers of Arima Police Station, Pinto Police Station, as arriving on the scene, they saw men laying on the floor, bleeding. Officers are also told that a wild X-Trail pulled up at the home. Occupants dressed in police uniform with masks on their face exited the vehicle and opened fire on the victims and drove off. Police officers are looking out for the vehicle and investigations are going on. Right now, this is what you're going to be hearing every day now. The murder is ongoing now. The murder toll is just keep going up. As every day goes, either two, is either three people losing their life. It's sad to see. This country has a big problem to solve. The government has to try. The parents has to try. The people have to want change. Everybody need to work on making this country better by giving their input and also following by example, carrying yourself differently, because these streets right now is just taking over. The gangs, the killing, the foolishness is just running rampantly. To see this small island with so much resources just going to waste. Trinidad currency of their money is higher than a lot of Caribbean countries. A lot of Caribbean countries' currency is not even as great as ours. Some people also call Trinidad Little America. And to see that we are just tarnishing this name by this ongoing violence, soon people wouldn't even want to come to Trinidad to visit. Soon other countries wouldn't even want to take part in anything with Trinidad, because this violence is frightening to people abroad when they hear what's going on. Because most people abroad, when they only hear about Carnival, and when these things go international, this violence and murders and all this goes international, soon the tourists, when they Google and look into Trinidad, they're going to say, oh, good, this is how much people died in this country every year. How many people is in Trinidad? This is an amount? Wow, that's a lot. That's going to scare them. The difference with United States are so big with different states that even if United States have a lot of murders, which there's not really, there's but not a lot as Trinidad, each state is breaking off into fractions. So when they give their news, and you won't see as much as the violence. But Trinidad is one small country. So when violence happens in one day, 15 people die, it looks really bad. And people are not going to want to come somewhere that they don't even know if they're going to make it back. Look how many Trinidadians that have migrated to America and came back for vacation lose their life just coming back to spend 2 weeks or coming back to spend a month. No, people that they know abroad is going to be like, yo, man, he just lost his life going down there for vacation. Why would I go? So Trinidadians, we need to understand, we need to stop this. This is not the movie. In the movie, guess what? All these actors in the movie, Denzel Washington, when he acts as a gangster or whatever he do, guess what? After when they kill him in the movie, guess what? He's alive to do another movie. So when you living in the footsteps of these things you see on TV, you are not coming back to act a next episode of your gangster life. That is it. You only have one life. So if you give away your one life just for a little short moment, that is not worth it. So as the ghetto youth, you need to think into that. Look into these things and say, do I just want to give away my life? You just want to be remembered up till 2020? You don't want to make it into 2021? Or even further? Some of these individuals have kids. You wouldn't want your kids to grow up into the same lifestyle that you're portraying. So as the ghetto youths, you need to look into these things and say, you know what? I want better for my kids. So I got to lead by example, because your kids are watching. They could be 2 years old, 3 years old. Guess what? When they see daddy run into the house and daddy throw his gun under the bed, guess what? You may think he don't know what's going on. He's observing, and when he get older, he's going to remember that. And then he's going to say, I'm used to that. He's going to get comfortable with that. And he's going to follow right in your footsteps. And he's going to lose his life the same way. And it's going to be ongoing and ongoing and ongoing. Generations to generations is going to be just adapting to this. It's got to have a generation that is going to stand up and decide, listen, we're going to change this so that the next generation don't know nothing about this. Trinidad need to start working on themselves. Instead of pointing the finger, start at your home. Make the change. Change the way you speak. Change the way you treat each other to make a better world. We have to change.
Like, subscribe, and share for the hot topics.